Hello and welcome everybody to another Bloomburrow Draft. I'm Paul Cheon, and today we are sitting still at Diamond 4. And for those of you wondering, yes, I am still in fact sick. This is day 3 of my COVID diagnosis, and I hear it gets better day 4, and I hope that's the case because I still have this horrible headache. But I still have the energy at the moment to do one draft, so let's hop in and hope we can at least claw our way into Mythic before Duskmorn comes out. All right, now before I head into this draft, I did want to say this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Go to tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you want to purchase anything through tcgplayer.com, make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, this video is brought to you by heavyplay.com. Go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want premium deck boxes, dice boxes, sleeves, life pads, they have all kinds of great stuff. Make sure you check out heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right, can we get a nice and easy draft this time around? You know, one thing that I haven't been doing enough of in the last few drafts is probably taking interaction. Well, we have the ultimate in interaction here. A couple of good options in Starfall Invocation and Azure Beastbinder. What's interesting about Starfall Invocation is that it's proven to not be quite as effective as you would think, even though the card looks amazing. For example, the Azure Beastbinder has a much higher win rate than the card. I don't know why, because you get to gift a card and you keep your creature, but I've had such bad success with blue, but Beastbinder is a really cool and unique rare. So I'll take the Beastbinder here, and then we're immediately rewarded with a second pick, Shoreline Looter. Now, obviously, I could have taken Invocation into Looter, but blue-white is not the strongest color combination, but I'm okay just taking the Looter here. It is one of the best uncommons in the set, despite blue being one of the weaker colors, which is a testament to the power level of this card in general. Fireglass Mentor, Brazen Collector are the next best options, along with Worn Elder, and Treeguard Duo, but no reason to really deviate from what we have right now. Also, why is the confirm pick button here? Why does it look like this? There was an update recently, and I don't think this is what they had in mind. This feels off to me. It feels like the confirm pick should be a little higher. Anyways, taking a look at this pack, we have Daggerfang Duo if I want it to be blue-black. I really think blue-white is just the absolute worst color combination. Banishing Light is in the pack, so that's certainly something to consider. Flowerfoot Swordmaster is better in red-white. So it's really just a question of whether or not I want to take the best card in the pack, which is probably the Banishing Light, or take something that is a little bit better. Like literally any other color combination is better. And so I think for that reason, I might want to just avoid the Banishing Light and just take Daggerfang Duo. I just like this card a lot. So let's go with the Daggerfang Duo here, but recognize that we're doing this intentionally, knowing that even though Banishing Light may be slightly better, it's in a much worse color combination. So gonna go with this, and now that's a 4th pick saver, and this is just simply the best card in the pack, so really happy to see that. Sonar Strike is also decent, Playful Shove and Bushy Bodyguard are also fine, but I do think the saver is just the actual best card in this pack, so pretty nice to be able to get that 4th pick. And now we have this pack, this is pick 5. Is blue getting cut off? Hard to tell. All right, we have Skyskipper Duo, Runaway Together, Huskbuster, Burster Swarm. This pack is not particularly strong. I wonder if I can take something like Harnesser of Storms or Huskburster. You know, actually, we're pretty heavy on creatures, and we have a Daggerfang Duo and a Shoreline Looter. Maybe Huskburster can do something here in this blue-black deck, right? If I'm playing just a bunch of self-mill effects and what have you. And black certainly seems open. That's a 6-pick saver. Like I said, saver is likely the best common in the set. And it's like that and Intrepid Rabbit, in my opinion. And seeing the 6th pick is quite crazy to me. Spellgyre, rather, is also quite decent, but I do think it's worse than Saver. And I think it's really, really important to be able to cover your bases in the early game. It's one of the issues that we ran into in our previous draft deck. So Gonna do that. And then now I'll take Hazel's Nocturne. Nice little late game way to outvalue your opponents. I do like it more than Mind Spiral. And after what happened with the Camellia deck, I just hit in Grotto. I'm just not even gonna look at it twice. But solid start here. Plume Mentor, you can't trick me this time. You might have cost me $2,000 in a previous draft, but I'm just taking the Escort here. Nuh-uh. But I do feel like blue-black is a reasonable spot to be in here. It's a late Plume Escort, and then... But it's not super duper open. Like, a lot of blue's powers are in the uncommons, and we're not seeing a ton of it. Here we have Dazzling Denial versus Mind Drill Assailant. I actually don't mind Mind Drill Assailant in blue-black. You're able to get Threshold fairly easily. And I'm not a big fan of Dazzling Denial in general. I'll play it if I absolutely need a 2-drop, but given that we have 3 2s and 2 savers, we're looking pretty good so far. So I'm just going to take the Assailant here. And again, seeing if I can play some kind of weird blue-black deck that actually is heavy on creatures, and then the Huskburster Swarm actually becomes a little bit better. Wow, Treeguard Duo tabled. Long River's Pull is interesting. I think I'll take that here over Early Winter. It's either that or Lightshell Duo, but I feel like the 4-drops are kind of replaceable. You have Thornplate Intimidator, Mind Drill Assailant, and Lightshell Duo, and they're all like kind of in the same realm. All right, let's do this. I mean, the Swarm should probably stay in the sideboard for now. If this becomes like your typical blue-black deck, we're going to have a good number of spells. But looking like a reasonable start here. And the important thing here is just to have lots of things to do early. I did notice that in blue-black specifically, there's lots of double blue and double black cards, so that should mean that you should put a higher emphasis on Uncharted Havens and Fountainport Bell. So I'll be looking to pick up one of those just to make sure that I can cast all my spells reasonably. Here, there's a Stargaze. I'm not the biggest fan of Stargaze, so I'm just not going to play it here as an option. I think I just prefer, honestly, the Divination, the Draw 2 Cards card. Possibly even Mind Spiral. This is not really a Sky Skipper Duo deck. No real good ETB effects. Can I just get a single playable like blue or black card? Is that just not a possibility here? Yep, not a possibility. Literally completely whiffed. I suppose I will, let's see, Gossip's Talent, do you do anything? I'm going to begrudgingly take a first pick Shore Up. And let me tell you, I am not happy about it. All right, now... Given that I have 2 savers, I think I can take the Wix Patrol. Early on, it might be better just to take Saver to make sure you have the early interaction. But you can over-index on these because if you draw too many and you're playing against a deck with a bunch of big green creatures, they do kind of fall off. So I think I will take the Wix Patrol here. It does everything the blue-black deck wants. Late game win condition, self-milling is important. Yeah, so I'm going to take the Wix Patrol here. I absolutely love this creature. But like I said, if I didn't have the 2 savers already, I may have considered just taking the Saver over the Wix Patrol. Moving on here. Wow, what is... Well, I guess we got the Wix Patrol, but this is another total blank. I don't have any big creature removal, so I suppose I'll just take Sugarcoat. I'm not the biggest fan of Sugarcoat in general, but right now you got to do what you got to do. One problem that we've run into in the past is not enough interaction. This is more of a controlling deck, so I think that's where Sugarcoat's a little bit better, where having your opponent gain life is not that big of a deal. And you win with inevitability with your threshold cards and cards like the Wix Patrol. All right, and now we have, ooh, this is an interesting pick. There's an Uncharted Haven, but I think it's going to be between Tidecaller Mentor and Nocturnal Hunger. And I actually think it's going to be Nocturnal Hunger. This card looks really splashy. You look at it and you're like, oh, Signpost uncommon, but really it's a 3-mana 3/3 menace. And then you get the bounce effect really late in the game where it's not as important. Like you can't really use this as a tempo option. I mean, the card's fine, right? A 3-mana 3/3 menace is good. But in blue-black specifically, you just want to make sure that you can control the early game with removal. So I will take the Nocturnal Hunger. Then move into this pack. Ooh, Persistent Marshstalker or Saver number 3. Pure control, baby. Pure control. Oh my gosh, a 6-pick looter. All right. We are doing it here. We are doing it. I'm a little bit afraid that I'm going to deck myself. That's the only concern here. But triple Saver, Sugarcoat, Nocturnal Hunger, Wix Patrol, Long River's Pull, Death Touch Creature. Like, we are looking really good at being able to survive the early game. And then hopefully we can just find the things that we need to win in the late game here. I do not mind Spell Gyre. I do like it over Pearl of Wisdom. So certainly getting hooked up in this pack. Great collection of cards here so far. Double blue cards here. Would definitely like a Bell or an Uncharted Haven here. But double Looter is great. Good number of removal. That Persistent Marshstalker could have certainly been a nice late game win condition that provides a little bit of inevitability. So I think that could have been an option. Lightshell Duo versus Glide Dive Duo. I'm going to take the cheaper card here. We have a lot of spells too. So let's just take this. The Surveil is also pretty nice in that it helps get us to Threshold. I'm just going to take a Gossip's Talent, but I'm not intending on playing it. Pearl of Wisdom. Don't think I'm going to need to play that. With Double Looter and the Spell Gyre and Hazel's Nocturne for the late game, I don't know that I need Pearl of Wisdom. Who knows? If the last pack ends up being horrible for us, then maybe we can play it. So I'll put this in like the maybe stack. Oh, gosh. I'm never playing Lilypad Village in this deck with Long River's Pull. I'll take the Bellowing Crier if I feel like I need the 2-drop. Although it's really unlikely, and I'm not touching the Hidden Grotto. You know how I feel about the Hidden Grotto. It is not, they're not good feelings. I have no good feelings about the Hidden Grotto. Another just horrible pack. The packs we've been opening for ourselves has just been downright awful. And yeah, I guess I'll take Dire Downdraft. It's our first bounce spell. Scales of Shell is also okay, but I feel like I like the Dire Downdraft more. All right. This is interesting. There's a Nocturnal Hunger versus Downwind Ambusher. I think in this instance, I will take the Downwind Ambusher. Although we don't have a lot of things that rumble, so maybe this makes this card less good. But I'm still going to take it because it's a creature, just because I feel like my spell count's already pretty high. So I'll take the Downwind Ambusher here. Thoughtstalker Warlock. Holy cow. 3rd pick. Ship it. Caretaker's Talent as well. So maybe Black-White was where we needed to be. But, I mean, happy with our blue cards, right? Double Looter with the Azure Beastbinder. Oh, and Wix Patrol here. Fantastic. Okay, now we are good on the win conditions, right? We got the 2 Wix Patrols, a Warlock. This is not really a win condition, but it's just a great card, especially with double Shoreline Looter. Thoughtstalker Warlock's one of the best cards in our deck. I'll take another Dire Downdraft. A little bit less happy about the second Dire Downdraft. What did I take this over? Scales of Shale? Yeah, it's kind of interesting. The thing is, this deck doesn't really have any lizards. So Scales of Shale is just a 3-mana combat trick. It's okay. But in this type of deck, I just want to be able to control the board as much as I can. So I like this configuration, man. Blue is getting absolutely cut off. Double Polywallop. Life Creed Duo for the black. I mean, I'll take this Dazzling Duo. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of this card in Dazzling Denial, rather. I'm not a big fan of this card. Like, at least just give me an Uncharted Haven or something, or a Bell. But if I put the Savers in the 2-mana slot, this is still 7 things to do on turn 2, which I do think is fine. There's a Thornplate Intimidator that I'm probably just going to play now as a filler level card. And here I will absolutely slam the Persistent Marshstalker. We're pretty good at getting Threshold. We have a decent number of rats. I do think I like it more than the Bonebind Orator. And that gives me another 2-mana play, meaning that I really don't need to play the Dazzling Denial necessarily. So I think this is basically our deck. I'm going to take another Lightshell Duo, so perhaps I can just cut the Thornplate Intimidator. I think the Duo is mostly better. We have lots of spells. Surveil 2 is very big, even if it's just mill myself for 2. But given all these instants, I think it's pretty nice. I can also cut the Long River's Pull if I think my mana's not great. I do love me a Mudflat Village. I will try to play this one for sure. Mudflat Village is fantastic. Getting back Wix Patrols. We have a bunch of self-mill. And all of our black cards cost single black, including our spells. So it's not that bad. I think I probably need to play 9 blue sources. I'm not sure. I mean, honestly, I can just cut Long River's Pull. I'm not a big fan of that card in general, unless my mana is good enough to play it. But let's take a look here. And take a look at our mana situation. Yeah, so it's dead even. Yeah, it's like, how much do I like this card? I think, honestly, I've just... The double blue is really off-putting. And because I have so many 2s, I think I don't need it. I think I'd rather just have... Honestly, with double looter, the Dazzling Denial is probably like nearly as good. I do like the rest of my spells, so I have room for one more card. And I actually like playing 8 islands, 8 swamps with the Mudflat Village more. Yeah, it's like Dazzling Denial, Shore Up are the options, along with Pearl of Wisdom. You know, with all the good early game I have, I think I'm just gonna... You know what? I'm just gonna play the Pearl of Wisdom. I'm a sucker for value. I'm a sucker for value and card draw. Let's go. Dazzling Denial could have been the pick, but let's draw some cards. Let's play just a good old-fashioned blue-black control deck. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say that if you've been enjoying this content and would like to support the channel in another way, the best way to do so is through my Patreon channel. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. You see the list of the names scrolling there. Thank you so much for all your support, all the patrons. It really does mean a lot to me, as it allows me to continue making all of this content. Access to the Patreon, or subscribing to the Patreon, will give you access to my Discord channel, which I think is a really, really great way to up your limited game. There's a lot of like-minded individuals looking to improve. Admittedly, I haven't been as active last couple of days because of my ailment, but once Duskmourn comes around, you better believe we're going to be posting all of our trophy decks and what's the picks and all kinds of good stuff on the channel. So make sure you check it out. All right, I'm going to keep this 2 lands on the draw, double swamp, but we do have 2 2-drops to play, so that's okay. Turn 1 Sunshower Druid from the opponent. Another swamp, sadly. Give me an island, please. But the Mind Drill Assailant, I can play turn 4, so if I draw another swamp, I at least have a play still. Wow, Sunshower Druid into Vinereap Mentor. Vinereap Mentor is fantastic. I am playing this Marshstalker and will happily trade this with the Mentor. I think they would also happily trade, so it's, you know, Druid Daggerfang duo. Sure. Okay. Sure? Why wouldn't you want to do this trade? You just get another food. Presumably food is good in your deck. Okay. Well, we drew a Shoreline Looter. You gotta love the no attack, no block. Oh, I should have played this first. I'm an idiot. Look at this. Me saying something about my opponent, and then just like, obviously I could have made a better play myself. Classic Paul. Classic loose Paul. Why didn't you play this before your... Alright. I don't really like this trade. So... I can attack with Daggerfang duo though, I think. I mean, I'm happy trading with Corpseberry Cultivator. But yeah, I missed that point of damage in the previous exchange. But yep, I need to make a new Magic the Gathering Arena account, because clearly this is rigged. I'm just kidding. Or like, kind of kidding. But we've been running pretty bad with this mana situation. Feel like the last 3, 4, 5 drafts, just all one color. All right, so they have lots of food. Okay. Rush Shield Rampager. Got it. Well, now I'd rather keep the Daggerfang duo back. It's kind of awkward. I drew another save. Like, the thing is, I've been able to play things, but I don't know. It's still not great. Now, they can use the Share Pot here to kill Mind Drill Assailant. I have Savor here as a way to kill something. They might use the Share Pot on... Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm not going to Surveil, I don't think. I think I might need to cast these Savers. Interesting. Interesting that they're willing to trade their Rush Shield Rampager for my Persistent Marsh Stalker. But I will allow that trade. And then I'm just going to fire off a Saver on the Mentor. Crack the food. Let this trade happen. And hope to draw an island. Because they do exist in my deck! They do exist in my deck, I promise! This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's just so frustrating, you know? Like, I'm playing against a triple Sharepot deck, which is going to slowly kill everything because they were able to draw all their mana sources. And we were not. Like, what am I supposed to do? So I'm going to play the Light Shell duos because I feel like I really do need to find... I don't have any 6-drops. The Corpse Red Cultivator is outrageously large. So yeah, I need to find a hard removal spell. So I will play the Light Shell duo to for the Surveil. It does dig me deeper than the Shoreline Looter. It's a better use of my mana. And now it's like, now that I've drawn the island, the Wix Patrol, the problem with the Wix Patrol is it doesn't actually help me here. And I really want to find something like a Nocturnal Hunger. So for that reason, I need to surveil these lands. Even though I wanted these islands earlier, I think it's important for me to fire that off. Although, you know what? Well, the thing is they have the other Sharepot. I could have kept the land and played Light Shell Duo plus Saver, but because of the Sharepot, it doesn't really work. So we're just going to take 6 here. It's a lot. All right, come on, Sugarcoat or Nocturnal Hunger. A Sugarcoat doesn't work because they have the Sharepot once again. All right. We get 2 more looks here for an answer for the Cultivator. Both of those are not answers, so I will bin them both. I mean, the Warlock's good, but we're looking for a specific answer, right? That's the thing. Hazel's Nocturne would also work to get back the Daggerfang duo. I'm not blocking this, so I'm just going to attack. Is this a rat? High Stride? What? I did not know this was a rat, by the way. It's a rat otter. That has not come up. That has not come up. I mean, just kill my duo and beat down and... I mean, our deck looks legitimate. Like, look at my hand. It just looks very, very solid. I just couldn't play it at the board. And, you know, there are instances where the Sharepot actually does a good amount of work, right? Like, I've dug 4 cards deep. I mean, I'm looked at half of my deck. How many removal spells? I guess I only have Nocturnal Hunger. I only have Nocturnal Hunger and... oh my gosh. I only have... they're going to get back another Sharepot probably. I don't know. I mean, if I can just find a Nocturnal Hunger, I'll be happy. Oh, I had 2 of those too. I had 2 of those too. Yeah, I forgot about that. They're at 15. They have the Sharepot. I mean, I feel like my only play is Dire Downdraft plus save. So, all right, I'm going to attack. I don't think I Marsh Stalker. See if they block. I actually think I should do both. I should just cast all my spells here, just to be able to do maximum damage. So let's kill the Forager and then just bounce the Cultivator. Like, it's really unlikely that they're going to want the Cultivator again, given this board. So then they have to make the choice as to whether or not they want to just play out a big Rush Shield Rampager or put the Cultivator on top and replay that. Now another land would be fine because the Wix Patrol will kill the Rush Shield Rampager. So would not mind a land, even though I know we milled a bunch of lands before, but I feel like everything was with intent, right? We still have 8 lands left in our deck. So more than half of our deck is lands. But Dire Downdraft was a fantastic find. And like I said, I'm going to feel much, much better about my situation. I'm going to take 1 from the Druid maybe. If I can find a land here off the top. That is highly, highly unfortunate. We still have a shot. Shoreline Looter is active. We're not just dead yet. But they can just use the Share Pot here on the Lightshell Duo. I could have just attacked with the Duo, but basically I wanted to not attack to force them to use the Share Pot so that I could use the Wix Patrol next turn. These Share Pots did a number on me, I will say. All right, let's gain some life, and obviously not blocking here. So we're going to go to 2 life here and hope to find a land. No more plays here, please. And then hopefully the Wix Patrol is enough to get it done. Okay, that's fine. They're going to probably fail to find here. Basically, they just need to not have a removal spell, and I have to attack. All right, let's find a land. Come on, deck. Okay. Hey, this is giving me hope. I don't know if it's false hope, but it's giving me hope. All right. Rampager down. Don't have a removal spell. Don't have a removal spell, and we're in good shape. All right, they cracked a bell, so they're digging. They're digging. Bonebine Orator. Thoughtstalker Warlock. Interesting. I'm going to just discard Spellgyre. I think I just need permanence. I guess they're deciding whether or not they want to attack me to get me down to 1. Hazel's Nocturne was fantastic. Yeah, that was legitimately really, really strong. What can I get back? All kinds of goodies. The problem is they have this Thoughtstalker Warlock. I can kill it, though. Do I attack with the Looter now? The other option is to play the Beastbinder and attack with the Looter and play Hazel's Nocturne. I'm just going to play Wix Patrol and kill the Warlock. I will choose not to attack this turn. Now I can afford to not attack. Next turn, I have some very, very good attacks here with my Wix Patrol. Now they do have the Bonebine Orator. I do have to be mindful of that. They can use that to get back Curious Forager, which is quite good. Just like it's all about just knowing kind of how to play offense and defense at the same time. I only have 8 cards left as well, so I do have to be mindful of that. So I think it's like, I mean, Persistent Marshstalker is also pretty good, but given that they have some chump blockers, it doesn't seem that great to get back right now. Plumecreed Escort is also interesting. They also have a bunch of food to gain life with. I guess we just force it, right? Just like eat through their resources. It's just like 3 mana kill a thing that they have in play. But I have 7 cards left, so I can't rebuy Wix Patrols. They can also choose to just take this, which would be pretty wild. But they are choosing to do that. I'm actually going to pass here. I think they might just attack with everything. And then I can just flash out the Plumecreed Escort, and then that'll be the win for me. Unless they drew like an instant speed removal spell. But I actually legitimately thought that they were going to, oh, this is amazing for us. And they top deck Wix Patrol. I mean, it's not great, like they have a Wix Patrol, but we get to counter it, right? And keeping that up was so much better than playing the Azure Beastbinder, right? So every single one of these are lethal attacks. We're at 6 cards left. We have a Hazel's Nocturne, so they're effectively at 3 life. Looter makes it so that they're effectively at 2 life. And then the Plume Crate Escort. So yeah, this is. Oh no, they can sack this food. I got to remember that too. Yeah, so they're at effectively 8 life. So I think the play is just to attack with the unblockables. And then in response to the food sack, oh, they did it right away. Okay, well that made this worse. Okay, drew a land. How do we want to do this? We're at 2 life. I'm just going to play the Beastbinder. And then, I mean, this should be lethal. It kind of depends on how they attack as well. But with the Hazel's Nocturne, we're certainly not going to die. And so then I'll probably get back like a 5/5 and something else. Okay. I wonder what they drew. This is an interesting attack. I do have the Nocturnal Hunger as well. All right, so let's see. You here. You here. You here. Well, whatever. You here. You here. Okay. I mean, they're super dead on the attack back. This was actually a really good game. Really good back and forth game. Overprotect. All right, so we have to cast this and give them a food. Gift of food. Good top deck, Overprotect. Good stuff. But 1 is not 0. GG's, opponent. All right. Back to Diamond 3. Maybe we can finish this draft Diamond 2. We'll see. Depends on my mental condition. I'm blaming all my losses in the last 2 drafts due to my physical condition. Yeah, we'll just do that. And then now, so I should draft a simpler deck, but instead I drafted like a blue-black control deck, and now I'm paired against a rank 102 player. Yeah, it just seems fair. Yeah, and again, playing mono black. Playing mono black, no big deal. I'm keeping. I got the Saber turn 2. Oh, Arena. Never change. Look, see? Mindrill Assailant. This is why, you know, hybrid cards are good when your deck just tries to fail you at every single point. Oh, you know, you just complain and you get there. Oh my gosh. I don't even care if my looter dies. Also, Scavenger's Talent is an absurd bomb in green-black. It's just an absurd bomb in general, but... Please play a small creature. Fountain Port. Ugh. This is like the most annoying land ever. Druid of the Spade. Bone Cache Overseer. We're definitely killing that. And this is now a 4/3. That is okay, as we have a 2/5. I doubt they're going to attack me, but if they do, it's kind of scary. Well, it depends on what else they do, right? Bark Form Harvester, they're going super deep here. Well, they can't really attack me. The question is, should I attack with the Mindrill Assailant? I think the answer is no. But I guess it depends on how they block. No, I'll just pass. Actually, no, I'm going to play the Marshstalker and keep up Dire Downdraft plus Surveil. That's what I will do. I guess I should technically be leaving up double blue. Plains and a Fountain Port? You know, these high mythic players just, you know. Look, I appreciate they're just trying to have fun. And this is actually going to be really absurd for me to beat. Builder's talent plus Scavenger's talent. Like, I appreciate this. Good work. It's also the type of matchup that's extremely difficult for us to beat. Don't need the land. I will accept Shoreline Looter. I just gotta... The way I look at it, like, I can't beat this game in the late game. I need to somehow find a way to just push a lot of damage through and, like, outgrind all of this. I know it's going to be tough, but the Downwind Ambusher is also not particularly great in my deck, so... Sure. All right, they're giving me Threshold. Well, I mean, obviously they're trying to mill me out here. All right, but I got Threshold now. Very good for me. I'm gonna play the Looter. And attack. Just gotta overwhelm them. That's like our only hope, so. Sure. That'll get exiled. Okay. I am okay with those trades. I do have a Hazel's Nocturne. I just realized. I hit Wix Patrol and Thoughtstalker Warlock. That's pretty nuts. Granted, Wix Patrol... Thoughtstalker Warlock doesn't do much. Cash grab from them. What are they going to get back? A Patchwork Banner, I guess? I have 19 cards. Wix Patrol seems pretty dicey to get back. I mean, I'm just gonna... Well, it depends on what they do, obviously. They named a rabbit. Okay? Yep. Yeah, we're clearly bouncing that one. Any good creatures? No. Let's just bounce this now. Well, I mean, we can hit them really hard with the Marsh Stalker, right? Okay. They go to 12? Okay. You kind of have to block, right? Okay. And then it can just come back. Light Shell Duo is interesting. Now they can mill me for... I'm just going to play this just as another threat, but I'm not going to... I'm just going to keep everything on top. Like, that's not the important part here. Yeah, it's whatever. I guess I'd rather draw... I don't know. I'm going to get milled anyways, so it doesn't really matter. All right. So I'm at 9. They can mill me for 6. Okay. They can mill me for 8, actually. I need to, like... Do I need to not attack with the Looter? They're at 5 now. But what can they sack? They needed to float the mana here, actually. That's... I think they messed up. If they wanted to sack the banner, they should have floated the mana so that they could sack the food that they get from the fish that they sack. So now it's kind of awkward for them. Oh, sure. Yep, that works. Yep, that works. You get back the assassin. Yeah. All right, last card of my deck. Oh, this is crazy. So I can't attack with the... Wait. When deals combat damage, I draw a card. So I can actually... still attack, I think. It goes on the stack. But do I even need to do that? Let's see. This gets blocked here. 3 plus 6, 7, 8. I guess there's just no reason to do it that way. Yeah. Yeah, this is game. Woo! We almost got janked out. They had a nice jankalicious deck. Just enough. Their deck's awesome, by the way. Vasilio, props. Sweet deck. You know, it's like week 6 of the format. You just like, builder's talent, right? Build your own adventure. Have fun. All right. Why? Why does it? I don't understand why every hand. This is the. All right, I'm mulliganing this one because I don't actually have a turn 2 play. This is incredible. Okay, I'm gonna bottom the sugarcoat. I have a saver for the early game. It's a little bit better. Spellgyre helps because I mulliganed, so. Right, I'm not messing around. I'm just gonna kill the Hired Claw. Looting is less valuable right now. And I don't want them to turn this into a 2-3. That's the big thing. Then my saber can't deal with it, obviously. Don't Thought Stalker me. Okay, Hardfire Hero. That's it. I will accept that. Oh, interesting. Do I play the second Looter or do I play the Spellgyre? I think I'm going to keep up Spellgyre. Like turn 4 is where they can play like Frilled Spark Shooters, and I just don't have any interaction right now. So... But if they play nothing, I probably want to play this anyways to just turbo fill up my graveyard. So regardless, it's still fine. That's what makes this card so good though, right? It's just so, like... Obviously this was a worst case scenario, but... Get to still dig and find what we need. Do I want Hazel's Nocturne? No, I don't think I can afford a Hazel's Nocturne right now. I need to find interaction. All right, I'll play a Looter and probably just a Nocturnal Hunger. And also giving myself Threshold quickly is a thing. So. Well, this is extremely painful, I will say. Oh my gosh. I mean, they're going to put this on top, but this is an attack for 7. I never beat lizards. You know, that's just how the cookie crumbles. I never beat lizards, but that was an incredible draw. I mean, Wix Patrol was the best possible draw in that spot. As much as I want to eat like an Agate Blade Assassin for free, I think I just need to kill the 5/5 there. Interesting to see what's going to happen here. I have the ability to gain the life here too, which is pretty big. And I have the ability to savor as well. So we'll see what they do. Okay, they let that happen. I'm going to savor this. And I don't take any damage from that, which is great. And then I'm going to gain the life. All right. I'm at 5. Huh. Okay. Now we're drawing a bunch of cards. I'm not bringing this back. Not right now. No way, no how. Alright, what does this do? Players can't gain life. Okay, I can just play this, right? I can offer the trade. They have 2 cards left. Okay. Hey, that's fine. I mean, I can just win with card advantage. And I still have 2 removal spells, so I'm more than happy with that. Steam Path Charger. That one's kind of annoying, I will say. Let's gain some life. Mudflat Village is fantastic. So that gives me 5 mana. So I can get back like a Mind Drill Assailant or something. I have 15 cards left. I still don't think I'm getting this back. Okay. There's also Wix Patrol, but I think that's just too much self-milling. I think I'm just going to get back my Assailant here. It's just a 5/5. 5/5 on this board seems pretty good. Glide Dive Duo. Oof, that's annoying. Man, Lizards is so terrifying to play against. It's crazy. Look at this. I'm at 4 life. Even when I'm winning, I feel like I'm losing. You know what I mean? Well, I guess at this point, I kind of just need to attack. I wonder what the best thing to do here is. Like, do I want to bounce the glide? The thing is, if they have Shales of Scale, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Scales of Shale or whatever. It's kind of annoying. Let's see what they do. But like, obviously bouncing Glide Dive Duo also doesn't feel great. But I think I'm going to do it. I mean, this is a lethal attack. And I have a rat to play. Like, what's your last card? I guess it wasn't Scales of Shale. If it's a creature, it's fine too. If it's a creature, it's fine as well. This is kind of brutal though, because it feels like it's like a removal spell or something. So then I'm just going to die to Glide Dive Duo. Oh, I know what I need to do. Oh, that's not great. I got to think about this. I'm going to play Daggerfang Duo. Because if it's like a removal spell, then I need to... I guess I didn't need to play this, actually. What am I doing? I don't need to self-mill. No, I can still just attack with these two. No, I guess I can still attack with this as well. They're going to have to kill one of my creatures. The problem is... No, I keep this back. I'm just going to attack with those two. I see. That's really good. Okay. All right. Well, at least we know it's a Glide Dive Duo on top. This is... this is hilarious. All right. All right. Okay. Oh, I can't target my own creature? Oh, man. Okay. This is wild. I think I'm dead, sadly. The amount of reach this Lizard deck has is just so unbelievable. I mean, I guess I can somehow draw out of it. Okay, so we got a block here. Block here. But they get a food out of this too. Because when this dies, yeah. I have to kill my own creature. It's not ideal, it's just like it's the only line I have. I need to find a saver, actually. That's one way out of this. Yeah, Saver would be fantastic. Although I don't know how many I've used. I've used 2. So I have 1 left. Or a bounce spell. Dire Downdraft on this would be great. But if I draw Dire Downdraft for this, it doesn't matter. Because I just die to the flyer. So I don't see myself with that many outs. Let's Surveil. Lightshell Duo certainly doesn't do it. Plume-Creed Escort. Yeah, it doesn't do it. Damn. Steam Path Charger for the win. I mean, they had like a fine Lizard deck. The thing is just... I mean, there's a reason why that the Lizard deck ended up just with the highest win rate. It's got a lot of reach. It's got the best combat trick in the format. And it's got good staying power as well. I feel like that game could have been winnable had I chosen to use Nocturnal Hunger. If I used Nocturnal Hunger on the Glide Dive Duo, I would have had a chance. So that one's on me. So that one's definitely on me. I was too concerned about Scales of Shale. My cowardly plays led to my demise, sadly. Also, their Downwind Ambushers were absurdly good. Like that Downwind Ambusher, they had 2. They cast 2 that game, and both were insane. One was to kill a looter in response to Spellgyre, and then the other one was... like a lethal attack. Don't kill it. Swords to Plowshares. Well, I will say that's the first time I've seen somebody cast Swords to Plowshares. All right, well, you know, I am going to hold off on the Warlock here. Hope they don't play 2/3 Moonrise Cleric here. And hope that my Plume-Creed Escort gets me there. All right, and then you can Thoughtstalker Warlock. And they're like, man, I should have used my removal spell. What you got? Why didn't they play this? Wait, what were they? Why didn't they play this? Paw Patch Formation doesn't do a damn thing. There's Head of the Homestead, and then I guess Waxwane Witness. Caretaker's Talent is the most terrifying card. Sure. I just feel like that's how I lose. Interestingly, I think I just want to attack with the Warlock here. I want to counter Head of the Homestead if possible. Fountain Port, just everybody on 3-color Fountain Port nonsense. Carrot Cake. That's really annoying. Interesting that they would go... So my opponent's just terrified of counter magic. That's like my only conclusion. They're just like, nah, you are not getting me with this counter spell. So hold on. How does this work? Whenever you gain or lose life during your turn. So even if I savor this, it'll be enough. I could sugarcoat it, but then they could use Paw Patch Formation to get it off the battlefield. Maybe that's still fine. Now that they can't cast the Head of the Homestead. Oh, this is great, because now I can Spellgyre plus Saver. They're going to use Paw Patch Formation, I think, on the Sugarcoat. Yep. They could have just made a Carrot Cake and tried to block here, but... Oh. Sure. Okay. Waxwane Witness down. Alright, I mean, we're out of resources now, so... Oh. Gets back nothing at the moment. You know what would be good? A Wix Patrol. I mean, I'll accept Divination or Shoreline Looter as well, but... Well, that's a Shoreline Looter. Yeah, and I want to keep this board clear anyways, so if they're going to sack the Carrot Cake and trade with my Thoughtstalker Warlock, I can get it back with the Hazel's Nocturne, which is really good. All right, let's get the Looter going. They can make 1/1 tokens, but they're taking damage to do so. Not really worth casting Hazel's Nocturne just yet. Would like to get the 2 targets if possible. And I don't think I have anything to do with this food, so I'm gonna... Builder's Talent, everybody just... You know what's funny? I think it's just gone too far. People are now treating this card like it's a mythic rare. Granted, I am as well. It is cool to build around, and I guess at this point, that's all people are... People are just trying to have fun with their cards, so... Can't necessarily blame them. At least we have all unblockable... Feather of Flight. What? That's ridiculous. I have no words. Oh, that's a Wix Patrol. We got Threshold. Do I want to kill... I mean, it's got to be this. I mean, they can get back a Carrot Cake, I guess. No, they can get back a... oh, they can get back the Caretaker's Talent. Oh, I should have... Oh. Wait, did they find a fight spell too? Alright, what am I getting back? There's Thoughtstalker Warlock? Feed the Cycle, okay. Well, I'm gonna attack. Yep. Because this way I can get back both of those cards. So let's get back Wix Patrol and Shoreline Looter. And play the Looter. They're doing all kinds of stuff. It's kind of crazy that we've run into multiple 3-color Fountain Port double talent decks, but here we are. What the hell, really? Come on. That's not reasonable. That is unreasonable. All right, get in there, fishy. I'm surprised at this block. It could be a 3/3 next turn. Why would you block? Just take one. Right? People these days. Okay. I don't even know what's happened. They're just like casting spells. They're just casting spells. Do I want to mill myself? The answer is yes, because I have that one mill rat, Persistent Marshstalker. So I will mill myself. Okay, I milled 2 lands. That's fine. I'm just gonna kill this. Because I just feel like my Saver is not going to actually kill anything once they realize that they can just go Caretaker's Talent, right? So, that's my thought process at least. Oh, Carrot Cake was an incredible draw. Yeah, I mean, this is really hard to grind, especially with the Caretaker's Talent in play. Carrot Cake was so good. It's like 2 3/3s, draw a card, Make 2 3/3s, draw a card, and gain 3 life. How good is that? Can you please, for the love of God, upgrade your Caretaker's talent? I don't even understand casting that Moonrise Cleric. This just seems like such a hard battle to win. I'm going to do this because I don't want that to be able to block my Daggerfang duo and just attack with everything. Yeah. They kept the Moonrise Cleric on top. Okay, they have no tokens. I feel like by this point I would be easily, like, almost dead had they just leveled up their Caretaker's talent 3 turns ago. That being said, I think we're still a dog because of all the aforementioned cards. Unless I draw something... Unless I draw a miracle. Like, Caretaker's talent is obscene in the right deck, and they've certainly built a good... How can you play Okala Village in this? You must have no green spells. No, you have Heaped Harvest and Longstock Brawl. Wait, what are you... You're splashing black? For Feed the Cycle? For Forage, I guess? Okay, that's what's happening. With the Moonrise... Yeah. Yeah, good for you. Caretaker's talent is extremely strong. Like, they were able to just draw more cards than me with, like, an active looter. Them finding the fight spell for this was insane. And then, of course, they were able to outgrind the Hazel's Nocturne. Look at this. They have 11 cards left in their library. That's how many cards that they've drawn. I am going to go on a massive tilt if they just straight up never upgrade their Caretaker's talent. All right. I guess they're straight 3 colors. All right, it's okay. See, that's the thing. Even when I feel like I have a pretty solid deck here, with a bunch of good interaction and whatnot, obviously enchantments are hard to deal with, but man, that one was a little bit frustrating to lose to. Come on, I gotta win half my matches. Come on. Come on, Buddha Freeze. All right, I'm on the play. I got a turn 2 Saver, a Sugarcoat, Lightshell Duo. We'll certainly keep. Lily Splash Mentor. So blue-green, but they need mana. Perfect Saver target. Get that Shoreline Looter out of here. And I have my own Shoreline Looter. And blue-green, gonna have a pretty tough time dealing with this looter. Unless they play a Sugarcoat. They have another looter. Nice. And a bounce spell for my looter? Oh, sure. Oh. Another looter for us. Probably just want to play Lightshell Duo, though. Try to find an answer for the looter and find whatever else I might need. That's really interesting. Huh. I don't think I want another duo. But the Beastbinder is interesting. Yeah, let's go with the Beastbinder. I think this card's excellent. And it allows me to double spell next turn with the looter. Oh, they're Soul Tie. Okay. How many looters is too many? How do you have so many? Oh my gosh. Fell. Wow. That's kind of absurd. I will attack with my looter first. All right. I mean, maybe I could have discarded, maybe I should have discarded Pearl of Wisdom, but this seems like kind of a grindy matchup where every piece, every resource is going to be important. The Beastbinder will be a nice way to turn off one of the looters. It looks like they're going to have Threshold here. Okay, so that's a savage beating. We'll see. Okay, no, they're not. Okay. They're only going to have Threshold for one of them. So, which is still obviously very good. But I get to turn off one of them. Oh, and I drew Downwind Ambusher? That's ridiculous. So you get shut off. All right. We shut down the looters for now. I'm choosing to not care about developing my mana and just choosing to keep my better threats around. Thoughtstalker, Warlock, and Sugarcoat both seem like they can be excellent here. I'm just going to take 4 from the Marshstalker. Lightshell Duo from the opponent. They should have played that first. But everybody forgets it's a rat. They love them a splash portal. Look at this. They're going to deck themselves. Well, Thoughtstalker Warlock will certainly be great here. Can't be blocked by creature power 2 or greater. Okay. All right, we get to draw some cards here, folks. That's great. Okay, land? No land. All right, well, Thoughtstalker Warlock should be great. What you got? Ooh, those are some nice ones. You can have the Mind Spiral. I got my card draw engine here. This is just Battle of Shoreline Looter and who had more answers to them. And we certainly had the answers. Ah, I see. Certainly blocking here. $19 cards left. I would love to find a land here, so I can cast double removal spell if they have a protection spell. Come on, give me a damn land. I mean, they need to have, like, Shore Up. Well, they had Shore Up. It's okay. The Beastbinder turns it off next turn, so it's not a big deal. We're just up so... How many... Did we mill, like, infinite lands? Like, it's really ridiculous. All right, whatever. Let's race. You want to go? Let's go. Go ahead. They use their Shore Up. Hunter's Talent. On the Beastbinder. Hexproof. No thanks. Sure. Saver was fantastic. Okay. Please find me a land. Like, come on. Okay. It's just like you play the numbers. You play the numbers and like you gotta find a land, you know what I mean? Now with all this interaction, it should be pretty good for us. Another shore up? That'd be pretty crazy. They're at 4 life. Okay. They hit me with a good game. So they had a good Sultai value deck, but we were able... Look at this. We can take down the mythic players, but just all the other nonsense. Any lizard deck I just can never beat. All right, 3 and 2. We got... That's more wins than the last 2 drafts combined. Or the same number. So now let's try to go for 4. God, why is Magic so hard sometimes? All right, I'm on the play here and certainly keeping turn 2 as your Beastbinder is fine. I would prefer a looter, but maybe I should have been playing another blue source regardless because of the Spell Gyre. I'm gonna want to savor this pawn profit, but I'm gonna just take a wait and see approach here for now. I guess I can just kill it now, or try to. I think it's important to be able to kill that. And then certainly going to turn this off. No abilities. The nice thing is this actually works really well with my savers too, right? I can just kill a big creature. Beastbinder is nice. It's like way better than you think. Because you're just like, oh, 2 mana, 1/3, and it's annoying. It's like, no, it's pretty good. I would like, well, I have 5 lands, so any island is good. Any 6 land is also fine. Ah. Should I kill this Plume-Creed Escort? Feels like a juicy target. Don't tell me you have another one. No way, no how. Okay, shore up. I'm actually fine with that. I mean, the fact, I guess I could have done it on their turn. It's worse when if they have a combat trick that actually it would have been worse if I did it on their turn. I would have taken an extra point of damage. They got a tricky little blue-green deck. Oh, nice. Well, I have the active Beastbinder. Their deck is amazing. Double pawn profit? Come on. Take it easy there, buddy. Splash Portal, I don't want that to happen. No way, no how. Actually, hold on, I'm not giving them a food. That lets them draw 2 cards, I gotta counter that. And then I'll just turn off their Beastbinder. Oh, actually, I can just play the Wix Patrol. Alright, Beastbinder down, and then we'll just shut off the Root Weaver. Okay, did we mill any creatures? Yeah, we did. We got a Downwind Ambusher. So now that's also great. That's great at killing the Plume-Creed Escort. Okay, now we're gonna shut down the Lily Splash Mentor. Turn that into a 2/2. The thing is, I don't mind if my Wix Patrol dies, right? Because if it does, then I get to buy it back and potentially replay it. My deck's so tricky. If they have like a fight spell, I have a Sugarcoat. They could have Polywall up here. Yeah, let's Sugarcoat it. And what do they have now? Run Away Together. Yeah. Okay, well, at least my Wix Patrol is alive. No, they didn't let me use the... Is this sorcery? Bat, lizard, rat, or squirrel? Oh, it's a skunk! It's a skunk! That is far too bad. Far too bad. All the root weaving. I'm getting it back, but obviously because they have Plume-Create Escort, I'm not really going to run this out yet. So I'm just going to chill. I can just run out my own. This deck is very tricky. They have a lot of the good cards that you want in blue-green with double splash portals, some protection, double pawn profit, polywall up. This seems like a way better version of my deck from yesterday with the mentor, a lot of mana. Like, I like their deck a lot. The moose is loose. Wait, can't I just turn this into like just a crappy creature? Right? With no abilities? I could. I definitely could. Or I could dire downdraft it. Let's just do this now. While they can't do anything. Like if they shore up, then they shore up, right? And they can just like main phase it again, but they can main phase it again, but you know, like I can still shut it off. And like they're not going for it now. It was actually better for them to wait. Like that was actually a really bad play of just playing it out, because now I can't really attack. I mean, I can attack with the Beastbinder, but do I want the Pearl of Wisdom going, or do I just go with the Shoreline Looter? It's actually really interesting. I'll go with the Pearl of Wisdom. I have a shot of drawing an island anyways. I'll play this. I don't think I'm going to self-mill because I have Wix Patrol too, so I have to be mindful of the fact that I can deck myself. Yep. Daggerfang Duo pecking away. Or excuse me, as your Beastbinder pecking away. And obviously with the Plume-Create Escort, it's just like really difficult for me to ever run out the Wix Patrol. I mean, I can. It's an option. Please don't have like... Really? That's incredible. Okay. It gave me a fish. Okay. Well, now I have the Spell Gyre, so that changes things entirely. Because if I counter this, I can get in for a lot of damage. I don't know if I want to counter it. I think I do, though. I think I do. So let's do this. So they're going to play the Plume-Create whatever, and I'm going to counter it. And so now I get to keep this at bay. Oh, and yeah, the nice thing is I can finish it off with the Wix Patrol next turn. If I draw a land next turn, I can actually play both of these cards. How do they have 4 cards in hand? Oh, they played Mind Spiral. Alright, Sunshower Druid on Gyoin Moose. I'm at 11. It's getting a little bit dicey. I'm shocked this Beastbinder has just been around forever. But Daggerfang Duo will also be online. I could just chump with my fish to keep my life total high. All right, Lightshell Duo from them. All right, 2 lands that they did not need. If this attacks, it has to tap though. All right. They're at 6 life. Yeah, this is all fine. And then we'll play this to finish off the moose. Oh, that's another Wix Patrol. That's unfortunate. It's a looter. All right. We are doing pretty well for ourselves now. We got a flyer. They're 4 life. A shoreline looter. That's another unblockable creature. We have the biggest creature on the board too. Wow. Mockingbird targeting Wix Patrol. That's good. Their deck is very good. Are they going to kill my Wix Patrol or are they going to kill my Beastbinder? It flies too. So I'm going to use the Beastbinder to shut that off. Oh, they kill my flyer. Okay. Ooh, Mind Drill Assailant is not bad. Sure. Alright, they're at 2 life. That was very good. Marstalker is like a 6/1 or something. Okay, they're at 2 life. I have an unblockable creature. Beastbinder has been absolutely absurd. I am a believer. This card is amazing. Mind Whisker is also amazing. I am a believer in that card as well. But it's okay because we can still attack with the 2 creatures on the right. Oh, wait, no, I just do this. Yeah, of course. Whatever. Attack with the fish, too. No, attacking with the fish seems... Well, sure. Don't you dare. Don't you dare have another protection spell. There's no way you have another... There's no way you would play 2 protection spells in your deck. I'm going to put that on top. Okay, they died. That was an epic game. We've had some epic games with this deck in general. Some really, really good back and forth. Feel like I'm playing reasonably well. Minus that game against the Lizard deck where I clearly should have killed the Glide Dive duo. But it's okay. 4 and 2. Alright, on the play here. Turn 2 Looter. I mean, has anybody ever mulliganed a hand with turn 2 Looter? And the ability to cast it? I don't think so. Will I be that person? Absolutely not. I mean, even if they kill it, like, we have turn 3 Pearl of Wisdom too, so they have to take their turn off to kill the looter with take out the trash, which is fine. And then we get to Caster Divination. Can we find a swamp now? No, we're going to find the blue half of our deck now, because that's just how things go. Well, we do have the Spell Gyre. Don't play a Muera or something. Brazen Collector is also a little annoying. Saver, but no black mana. Okay, whatever. The interesting thing about this situation is, depending on how big the threat is, I feel like it's almost more important to surveil 2 and draw 2. But obviously it depends on what they play. Because I just can't cast anything if I don't draw my black sources. So I think that's going to be my plan. I think I'm just going to, yeah, that resolves. Okay, all right. I don't want anything that's not a swamp. I want to maximize my shots at drawing a swamp. I'm going to play a looter, but I will keep up Plume-Creed Escort, but like I kind of want to use Saver, so it's kind of awkward. Let's see what they do. Given that they have the Raccoon Rallier, they might be interested in tapping out, and that makes it a lot easier for me. Another swamp would be Fantabulous. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and kill one of the collectors. Sure. You got it, buddy. All right. I just need to find a looter off, or a land off this looter. Oh, they're terrified of my looters. Oh, they exile this one too. Okay. That is an interesting one. Do I want to give them the extra mana is the question. I'll see what they do. It depends on kind of how they... Okay. So before they attack, they found their land, so... Alright. Happy just trading off whatever I can, to be honest. I have so many more resources. Hugs! Oh, that's brutal. Oh, Nocturnal Hunger. What a clutch draw. 5/5 Trampler. I'm gonna just kill it now. I'm gonna give them a food. I don't care about my life. Do need to get this stupid thing off the battlefield. All my creatures have 2 toughness. This is not fair. Not fair, opponent. Downwind Ambusher and Shoreline Looter in my graveyard for Hazel's Nocturne. Frilled Spark Shooter is a 4/4. It's got Menace and Reach as well. Okay. What are they going to bounce? So this can be kind of tough. This has Menace. I think I just need to play this. And then just hope I can draw some other things. Like, it's not going to get it done. Menace and Reach is kind of obnoxious. I guess it's just Daggerfang Duo. I'm going to activate because I have the Hazel's Nocturne. Going to go up to 12. I suppose the Daggerfang Duo can just block the Sticky Tongue Sentinel. And we'll just do that. I mean, there's no reason not to sack this food now, so I'll just do that now. I'm at 6. I need a swamp. Okay, Dire Downdraft helps. I mean, I'm not blocking with this, right? I mean, I think it's just Dire Downdraft, to be honest. Give me a swamp, please. Oh, what am I doing? I should have played the Marshstalker. That was a horrible error. I forgot that this cost 3 mana. That was a big mistake. Yeah, that was awful. So they kept the Spark Shooter on top. What can they have here? Sazakap's Brew or something? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't play the Marshstalker. Oh, just some COVID coughs. No big deal. Wow. It was a Sazakap's Brew. God, how much better would this have been if I had a persistent Marshstalker in play? Unreal. I'm at 2 life now. Give me a swamp. Just give me a swamp! God, if this wasn't play. Alright, do I have anything else to do? I can play the Warlock and double block the Spark Shooter and just chump the Brazen Collector. Alright, they have 1 card in hand, so I don't know what it is, but... This is cranky sick Paul. Don't mind me. Please whiff. Just whiff for a turn. Alright, there is a little justice in this world. Okay. I think that's better than playing the Lightshell Duo. Okay, are we going to stabilize? I don't know. I guess I should have maybe cracked this food right away. I don't know. Alright, if I draw a land, I can play these 2. Okay. Okay. Lightshell Duo. Don't want that. I will take the Assailant. Play the Marshstalker. 16 cards in our graveyard. What can we get back? All kinds of goodies. But I feel like it's better to just play a 5/5. As long as they don't have a moose. Like, that's my only thing. As long as they don't have a moose, we're okay. Hoarder's Overflow. Okay. They might have sandbagged that one. They could have another play here. But we do have a bunch of lethal coming in. They also have this food that they've never used. Let's see. Plume Create Escort and I think Azure Beastbinder seem to be good options here. So this puts them just dead. They have to kill one of my creatures in response. So getting back the Escort seems quite good here. Actually, I didn't need to do anything. This is an instant, huh? Yeah, I didn't think about this completely. Yeah. Well, anyways, I just attack with everything and they're just dead. Okay. Wow, this video is going long. I mean, that's what happens when you play a blue-black grindy control deck. Okay. 5 and 2. Can we get a trophy with this? I think it's possible. All right, on the play, we have 2 lands, Saver, Beastbinder, Thoughtstalker, Warlock. I mean, this hand is fantastic if I can just rattle off some lands. So that is the hope here. Just 1 land. 1 land on turn 3 and we'll be good. Is this Mistbreath Elder? No, Fountain Port Bell. Is this... So this could be a play on words. This is either Korean Magic Pro Noah Ma, or Ma Noah, or it's somebody who appreciates Manowar. You know what I mean? It's one of the two. I'll shut you off. And I will lock it down. Everybody hates getting warlocked. I'm sure so does my opponent. Moose and Sentries. Let's get the Sentries. The Moose is like a later problem that I can kind of try to play around. The the Sentries does a pretty good job against my board. No land here was unfortunate. Definitely milling myself with the duo for a variety of reasons. Hazel's Nocturne, double. Now we're just like, just give me three lands. I mean, lands. I guess spells are not the worst, but I'll take a bunch of lands now. But I guess I did say just give me 3 lands, so we're gonna mill 2 lands here, definitely. Nope, we didn't. Great. I don't want those cards anyways. I guess I could have used the Looter. But if I draw a land next turn, I'll be very happy to be able to hazel. The thing, we milled, oh no, we didn't mill 2 creatures, we milled the 1 creature. So Heaped Harvest does give them access to the Moose on the following turn, which is definitely annoying. I do have the Daggerfang Duo though. I'm not going to attack with the Duo, but certainly can still attack with these. Oh, you know what? You know what? That was a mistake. I need to see. This is it's. I legitimately blame my sickness for this. That was a big mistake. Like I completely should have attacked and Hazel's Nocturne back 2 creatures, right? That was bad. Wait, they're not going for the Moose line? Or alternatively, I could have just savored the Baker's Bane duo. Is this some kind of... It must be some kind of forage card. What are they getting back? Regardless, what I did was... I still believe in error. So they're going to get back a Treetop Sentries, I guess. Sack the food that they have in play. All right, well, let's see what we draw. Another land's fine. They should certainly block the Daggerfang Duo. That is okay for us. Getting that off the board is also nice because this has Menace. Menace, if you will. Okay, well. I guess they deal 6 damage to me. That seems very underwhelming. Okay. I'm also just happy trading the Warlock off, so this is fine. All right, let's play the Looter and the Daggerfang duo. And let's mill ourselves. Hit a Saver and another Looter. Okay. We do no longer have the recursion aspect of the deck. Although, we do have the... I mean, this is all still fine. Like, if I draw a land, I can just kill Treetop Sentries and attack still. If not, then... we have different lines. Alright. Brambleguard Veteran, sure. Creatures with power can't be blocked by creature power 2 or greater. Okay. Do I attack with the Daggerfang duo? Because if combat occurs, then I get to just draw a card. Yeah. I don't really care about the reach. I guess we'll just shrink this thing. I suppose I could have played the Lightshell duo here. Surveil, try to hit a land so that I can cast Pearl of Wisdom as well. But the way that I think about it, this is that if I trade, this is also fine because then Shoreline Looter gets to draw me a card. And then I can just play Wix Patrol, which I would rather do if I draw land. So I think it's somewhat close. Now, obviously, if they pass, I can't attack with the other stuff because they have the Galewind Moose. Oh, they get to play their own Wix Patrol. What a top deck. Ah, that's brutal. Yeah, that's really brutal. So they get to copy my Wix Patrol. Oh, that's so good. We're still not looking terrible. Like, they have to make the decision on what they want to kill. I don't think Looter is the pick, but they can target the Beastbinder. Beastbinder is quite annoying. It was a good surveil, I'm just going to say. Do I attack with this Wix Patrol, or do I try to draw answers? I think I just attack with the Looter. Okay. Kind of want to sandbag this Mudflat Village, but we have 11 cards left. Mudflat Village to get back... Does this get back Rats? All right, it gets back the Azure Beastbinder, which is pretty good. It also gets back Wix Patrol, but I'm running out of cards. It gets back Lizards too, so it gets back the Warlock too, but depends on what they do this turn and the amount of mana that they choose to spend. I guess I shouldn't necessarily be too... Oh, wow. Well, that just makes things a lot easier. This is going to be great. Like, Saver's going to be fantastic, and so is the Downwind Ambusher. And, like, they have to run out the Moose, so... I mean, obviously it also just depends on what kind of combat tricks they have. But if the Moose, for example, blocks Lightshell Duo, then I can Saver it. And then my Lightshell Duo becomes a 4/5. So that seems pretty good. And then if they have something to follow that up, then I still have the Downwind Ambusher to clean things up. But I have Mind Drill Assailant here. And then I will play the Mudflat Village here. And then I'm just going to crack the food here. But looking really good for us. Treeguard Duo doesn't do anything. Oh, they might. It looks like they have a bite spell, maybe? No. All right, crack the food. Do we just want to go for it? Do we go for the gusto? Nah. I don't know what their last card is. It could be like another moose or something. You know what I mean? So let's just finish off the duo. Clear island and pass. This should get it done, unless they have the Season of Loss or whatever. Okay, that's not going to get it done. Okay. Wow, we are 1 win away from a trophy. 2-hour-long video, but it's okay. If we win this, we get a trophy and we hit Diamond 2. That'll make for a nice video. I'm just happy that I can at least have some success because the last few drafts have not been so great. All right, let's get like a couple of land. Oh, gosh. What do I want? I'm going to get rid of this downdraft. A mulligan here on the draw. I think I like all these other cards better. The Lightshell duo and the Daggerfang duo help me kind of hit threshold to get a little value off the Marshstalkers. I feel like this hand has enough to just kind of trade with my creatures, trade with my opponent's creatures, so I don't know that Dire Downdraft's going to be that important. So, for those reasons, turn to Marshstalker. What do they have? Moonrise Cleric. Well, they're certainly not blocking here. Unless they just have the Soul Read that I have Thoughtstalker Warlock, which would be pretty impressive. All right, playing against the black-white deck. I see a Salvation Angel thing. I assume that's what I want to take. But they also have a Hazel's Nocturne, a Sonar Strike, a Nocturnal Hunger, and a Dire Sight. Wow. That's a lot of 2-for-1s. What does this do? I mean, it's basically Restoration Angel. They don't have a land. This is kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm just going to... Yeah, I'll just take the Angel. Like, if they cast a Dire Sight this turn to find more lands, that's good for us. Yeah. So, next turn, hopefully we can play the Lightshell duo. And then just keep digging for more things and tax their removal. Looks like they kept a land. So they at least found one land. They're not blocking here, so they're going to attack with the Moonrise Cleric. This could be 19 to 16 or 18. We drew a land, which is great. I'm going to play this because it's a rat. They didn't keep a land? That's really interesting. What do I do here? Pearl of Wisdom seems like... I think I kind of want both. So I'll just keep both, I guess. Like, second blue source doesn't seem bad. And by being able to go Pearl of Wisdom into Daggerfang Duo seems like a really great sequence. That's a pretty weak play this turn. I guess it gets to trade with the Marshstalker. I guess they have Sonar Strike. But by doing this, they're going to have to use the Nocturnal Hunger instead. Interesting. I wonder if it's better to use Saver now on the Seasoned Warren Guard just to get in for more damage. They're at 11 life. I don't know how much better the Saver is going to be. And this makes it so that they have to use Nocturnal Hunger on Lightshell Duo, and they're still going to take 5 damage. So yeah, let's go for it. I don't think it's much different than playing out the Daggerfang Duo. And this just lets me get in for 4 more damage. And they're certainly going to give me a food here too, so... Obviously, this gives them another creature to get back, but they already had a Mousetrapper in the yard. I just want to... It's one of those games where they have a lot of 2-for-1-y type of... That's... Okay. So they chose to take more damage. I guess their plan is to use Nocturnal Hunger on my Lightshell Duo now? I don't know. I really don't know. I guess they wanted to gain the life, but they could have gained the life afterwards, right? So you might want to just spend more mana, use a Nocturnal Hunger in the Lightshell Duo, and then on my turn, my creature's still tapped. you can still use the Sonar Strike on my Marshstalker. It costs 2 mana. If you play mana source number 6, you can then also play Hazel's Nocturne to get back your Salvation Swan and Mouse Trapper. We have 3 cards in our graveyard. What are you going to do? I mean, I don't have that much pressure, to be fair. Like, if they Nocturnal Hunger my Lightshell Duo, like, I just don't have much. I'm kind of inclined to play Daggerfang Duo, just to try to find some additional hits for the Hazel's Nocturne. Because right now I only have 1 creature in my yard. Ideally, they play exactly a 4/4 creature and choose to block my Lightshell Duo, and then I use Downwind Ambusher to... Oh, they played a Wrath. That'll get it done. Yeah, that is very good. Wow. So now what do I do? Like, Hazel's Nocturne is the best use of my mana, but like I don't add to the board in any way. Oh, I can do it next turn, actually. Yeah, let's just play Duo. I can do it next turn and play Thoughtstalker Warlock on the same turn and kill whatever. So let's do that. I have 7 cards in my yard too, so with Threshold I can hit them with the Persistent Marshstalker too. So they're gonna have to like kill my Daggerfang Duo with Nocturnal Hunger maybe. I don't know. We'll see. This game got really interesting. They've got a couple of rares. This Moonrise Cleric has been hitting me for 17 turns. I really hope they Nocturnal Hunger me so that I could get the Hazel's Nocturne. Because like they really don't want me to hit them with the Marshstalker, right? It's just a lot of damage. But I don't know. All right. I mean, should I just hit them for 7? Oh, they're just playing it around my counterspell. So they want to kill my Daggerfang Duo now. That makes sense. Which is totally fine by me. Let's take a look at our options here now. I want to take the absolute best options. This turn I'm absolutely casting Thoughtstalker Warlock, but what is the other card I want? Lightshell Duo, I guess, seems like the best option here. So let's go ahead and cast Hazel's Nocturne to get back Thoughtstalker Warlock and Lightshell Duo. Drain them and then cast Thoughtstalker Warlock, get Hazel's Nocturne. Man, they even have a Consume by Greed. And a Dewdrop Cure. What is this level of recursion? It's insane. They literally drafted like, oh, is this a 2-for-1? I guess I'll put it in my deck. Two target creatures with mana value 2 or less. Okay, mana value 2 or less. So there's 1. Okay. There's not that many. Hit them for 2. You don't want to cast Consume by Greed here and like get back your Angel? That's so greedy. I guess they think I'm going to play the Lightshell Duo? I mean, Looter seems like a slam dunk here. I kind of want to just cast a Downwind Ambusher. Like, this just makes it so awkward for them, right? Now the question is... Now I'll take an extra point of damage, whatever. This Looter is going to get me a lot of value. So... I guess because they have Consumed by Greed, it doesn't really matter how I do this. They're going to use it this turn. I'm just going to kill this Bravekin Duo. Like, I know they can get it back with Dewdrop Cure or whatever, but I think it's in their best interest to just Consume by Greed away this Ambusher and then get back, like, their Swan or something. Seems like the best course of action. It does gift me a card. Next turn, I do get to play both of these cards, and I draw a card off the Looter, which is great. Like, getting back 2 dinky, inconsequential creatures does not seem very good, but never mind. Every time I expect them to do something. Okay, well, they hit the land. I see. Sure. Okay, so they're just casting everything. That's also fine. So Downwind Ambusher down. I guess I won't attack with my Thoughtstalker Warlock. Unless I can find something. Okay, well, I did find something. What does this do again? It exiles up to one target creature control without flying. Okay, so it doesn't protect flyers. That's good. Oh, I forgot about that. But they have a Bravekin duo. I would rather not this turn. I'd rather just play bigger things. So like... yeah, playing a Light Shell duo seems great. Don't want those. And then let's play a Beastbinder as well. Yep. This is good. They cannot blink the Moonrise Cleric. We have a Nocturnal Hunger. We have Plume-Creed Escort. They're going to keep attacking us with this flyer. We will shut it down finally, once and for all. They're at 7 life. We have a Wix Patrol. So I can attack with this and this. And I guess this, that kind of forces them to use the Swan, I guess. Keep the Warlock back. I will shut off the Moonrise Cleric. I will once again decline. It'll come, okay? It'll come soon. Just not right now. Yeah, they're going to block and then blink it. Yep. I have 15 cards left. Okay. It's a little bit concerning. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to play this Wix Patrol. Okay, Salvation Swan down. All right, we have an incredible board here at 11 life. They have this one flyer. And it's going to be really hard for them, I think. Unless they play another Wrath. All right! Yes! Yes, and we hit Diamond 2. So we got a double rank up from this. From Diamond 4 to Diamond 2. It was an epic, epic set. This is one of my favorite sets, to be honest. Just really, really solid, hard-fought games. Going back and forth. And sure, I made some missteps along the way, but overall, I thought we were reasonably tight in how we navigated some of these games. Particularly this one, there was just like a lot of hand disruption nonsense going on. But yeah, this deck had kind of everything you want in a controlling deck. Triple Saver, Hunger, a couple of Bounce Bells, and a Sugarcoat. So plenty of interaction, lots of card advantage, double Shoreline Looter with the Marsh Stalker for the late game. The Beastbinder was an absolute powerhouse. And then some random ways to finish the game. And then, of course, this deck was really well suited to get to the late game with the triple savers. Not just killing something small, but gaining the 3 life was huge. And then surviving until we can get to Wix Patrol and then closing things out that way was how we won most of our games. And yeah, was really, really happy with how this deck played out. It was really, really smooth. And finally, a trophy. Oh man, it's been so long. I feel like I haven't trophied since I won the $2,000 in the Arena Open, and it's been a minute. But this is everything that you kind of want in your typical blue-black deck. I felt like we were in the correct colors, and it ended up paying off for us. And this time around, we were actually able to get it done instead of thinking we had a good deck and getting absolutely destroyed. So that gives us a trophy, gets us the Diamond 2, so we are one step closer to getting to Mythic before the release of Duskmourn, which is my goal. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Everybody's already starting to talk about those Duskmourn cards, so make sure you join the Discord and check it out with all of us. Additionally, this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. If you want Magic the Gathering singles or sealed product, check out tcgplayer.com. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before you do any shopping. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories, deck boxes, dice boxes, sleeves, playmats, life pads even. They have it all. Check them out. heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching. Whew. I don't know if this sweat is from, that sweat, when you start sweating after your fever breaks, or the fact that I've been doing this for 2 hours. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. We got a trophy close to Mythic. Maybe we can hit it tomorrow. I'll see you then.